have an intro video yet. I'll get one eventually. All right, we're now live. Good afternoon, everyone. Get ready for another exciting episode of Behind the Comic with Sean. Today we're sitting down with Anthony, the creator behind, forces behind Demon Nun issue 1. Saw that, as well as Nut Job. This thing is hilarious. We'll dive into Anthony's creative journey, the inspiration behind his unique stories, what it takes to be bold, original comic life, whether you are into horror, humor, whatever your passion and created by, we get to get stuff today. Thank you very much for taking time to meet me today, and let's just have some fun tonight.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. Is there like music, like loud music on the stream?
Yeah, I was going to tell you that intro. I was looking for it too because I'm like, where did it go?
I mean, I can hear you. It's pretty loud. I have a hard time.
All right, cool. Let me go find it real quick, and there it is.
Maybe
I'm not gonna kill it right when we get started too.
Awesome.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No, you cool. You cool. And so first things first, I'd like to get you to introduce yourself and tell us about your background.
Sounds good. Yeah, my name's Anthony Bartolacci, as it says right there.
Mhm.
I have, let's see, I've created so far 6 comics, all on my own. Those comics are Babies on a Plane.
Hold up. We get to that. Don't worry about
it. Okay. All right. Little. You said a little background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been drawing pretty much my entire life. And let's see, kind of fell off in my early 20s, and then my late 20s came around, and I found myself like doodling just on work notes and just everywhere, all over the place. I just couldn't resist drawing people at work, the like coworkers or whatever. Then I just started to draw pretty much every day. Then after like 2-3 years, just practicing drawing like Marvel characters, DC superheroes, and different Cartoon Network, and all those kind of characters, everyone else's characters. Basically, I was kind of getting bored of my own drawings. So I kind of started drawing all of those characters like really drunk and really like messed up and stuff to just amuse myself, and even that was getting old.
My drunk doodler.
Yeah, there's drunk everybody. Yeah, and I always wanted to I always wanted to be a cartoonist. I always wanted to draw for a living, which I don't do, but I do it as a hobbyist, an indie creator. So yeah, I just kind of dove in. I had a hard time coming up with my first story, but
actually, that's a good segue though, because the first thing I was going to say, how did you, was because a lot of people struggle with getting the first thing out. So one of the questions I was like, is how did you get first interested in comics and storytelling? Because that's like a journey in itself for most people. So what got you into not just interested in comics, but kind of just telling a story through comics?
So, my interest in comics started from like Peanuts, Calvin and Hobbes, like the comic strips, and storytelling. Like, I mean, who doesn't love to tell a good story? Like,
right?
You're at work and something happened over the weekend. Like, it's a good feeling to get people like listening and captivated. And when you say like the punch or like the hit on your story and you get a reaction, there's no feeling like that anywhere. Yeah, it's a really good feeling. Unfortunately, you rarely get that from comics because you don't really often watch people read your own books. But I did.
It's fun. It's funny. And oh, I forgot to do this. So part of what I like to do when I'm having these conversations, kind of break it down into segments, right? So the first part is like the intro, the second part is like your background,
Okay.
and then the second part is like your comic books, and then shout outs, and then the wrap up
Okay.
session. But they're each little stuff where I touch on little stuff because it's like behind the comics is left. It's a lot about not just the art, but the person behind the art. Because a lot of people don't get to learn to know that person,
Yeah.
like and the beauty of that person. For example, one of the questions that breaks into the next segment for me to say that is like, where are you from, and how is that background influence your work?
Oh. Um. Well, geographically,
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania, I grew up in the Lehigh Valley, and
Okay.
just outside of Philadelphia now, just north of the city. Um, and my background, I mean, background wise, and like how
How does that influence your back? How
influence.
does your background influence you? Yeah. What
Uh,
happens? What happens there that makes you be like, yeah, it's like if you grow up in Hollywood, you become actor, so it's kind of like not strange when you're like a rapper or artist because it's like that's
yeah,
all that happens there.
I guess. I guess just like my just perpetually bored, not like like which is I don't know, kind of a
That's a great way to
poor
tell
way
your
of describing it.
neighborhood.
Like I don't know, my head, like I need to like entertain myself like constantly. Even if I'm doing something, it's just um yeah, I'm always there's just always something going to just keep me more entertained. And I guess that just kind of bubbles up and it needs to come out in some way, shape, or form. So yeah,
True.
I like to put it. I like to put it on the page. I like to, kind of make it goofy and just the way I see things, which is often weird.
Yeah, because you did point out to me, so I would say you did point out that you like comic strip when you were younger, growing up. So that kind of what kind of was introduced you, because I remember those comic strips too. Um, what which I remember the peanut ones, but I'm trying to remember which one that like the Charlies, the little Garfields
Yeah,
before it became show. Yo, those were like interesting comic strips. Like it's like the only real thing for kids to look, the reason to read the newspaper because everything else was like for grown-ups.
yeah, 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 yeah. I checked the sports for like a second, but it was always like right to comics. And
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes is my favorite of all times. Bill Waters of all time. Bill Watterson is number one for me. There's not a better cartoonist than Bill Watterson. Just the creativity, the skill, the just masterfully done strips. I mean, he'll do these very simple like Calvin and Hobbes or just Calvin like in the snow, and like pretty much the whole panel's white. Like you can't like there's nothing there, but it's just perfect. And then like on the next one, it's like a Sunday strip, and he has these like ultra realistic like Tyrannosaurus Rexes, and
Hmm.
they're like flying. What was it fighter jets? And it's like,
I
oh my
remember the
god, it's
Thundercats.
just he's so good, and it's just so creative, and he just took that little kid and
It was
ran.
the only thing that was it made it fun for us as kids to be looking at newspaper, and it kind of like triggered from there to like different comics to different books. Stuff. No, I've more been of a manga fan coming out, and it's like I used to watch cartoons, and then and then I met Dragon Ball Z, and then it was a wrap. It was
That
a
was the
wrap.
end of it. Yeah,
It was like I was hooked. It was like before then you probably could have got me to say I don't like these things or they're cool. Like Taro and Jeremy's was great, but then that happened and it's like nah. I like the fact that I can beat people up.
oh, I mean, I loved was it like Spider-Man, X-Men. Oh,
Mhm.
there we go. Spider-Man, X-Men, Ninja Turtles. I love always have loved the Ninja Turtles. And then like Cartoon Network stuff. Um,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo is just absurd. I love, I
John, you're
I love,
proud.
I loved it so much.
Hey, it's funny because there's a little skit going on right now. They're aging all the old comics, and I remember seeing one with Johnny Bravo.
Old Johnny Bravo. That is, it's probably more sad than
It was. He got a beer belly now.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so this is what I saw the comic book highlights. So now you have a lot of projects. So tell us about your current projects that you're currently working on and
Sure.
what's
Yeah.
about.
So currently I'm working on a this is my first ongoing series.
Hmm.
It's called Demon Nun. Issue 1 is right here.
Hmm.
And then issue 2, I literally just got it in the mail last week. Uh,
I made great timing, huh?
just in time for Hershey this coming weekend, actually,
Okay.
the weekend of the 19th. But Demon Nun is a story about this guy, Andrew Malleus. He's a demon in hell who's just tired of hell. He regrets leaving
I don't
heaven,
think anyone actually enjoys it.
and following Satan, and he's like, I got to get back to heaven. So
Okay.
so
Okay.
his whole plan is to possess somebody on Earth, ideally somebody who's about to die, and when they die, he's just gonna like slip into
No
heaven,
time into this. He ain't putting no credit. It's
sneak
like
sneak his way in, right? So he'll be good for a little bit, and then just whoop sneak back up there.
it's kind of not fair when you have the cheat code. Like you've been up
Yeah.
there, so you kind of know what happens.
Well, I mean, things don't go very smoothly. Uh, is yeah, I'm two issues in. There are plenty of bumps. I'm currently working on the thumbnails for issue 3. I have it written. So yeah, I'm getting that
Well,
sorted. I hope to have issue 3 done by the end of ideally the end of the year. So I would
hey,
release issue 3.
trust me, you are making so much progress compared to a lot of people when it comes to doing the comic world. And you actually met a few that kind of quit. So it's kind of like it's good to just be consistent because eventually you don't know which one picks up, but when it picks up, it picks up. And what kind of inspired you to create this project though? That's kind of the funny part because you have a few stuff there, but this one is like you said you're gonna make this your current project. So what
Yeah.
made you kind of make this one? What kind of was the thought process behind it?
Well, for work, like big boy work, I do consulting in New York, and I walk around the city. And sometimes between appointments, it's like it's a mile or sometimes 2 mile walk. And yeah, I just kind of look at all the insanity that I walk past and all the loony bins and crazy people and the nuts that I run into. I just kind of let my mind wander, and yeah, I just kind of let things come in. Which as I say it out loud, I guess it's kind of the way. Like I've heard people talk about meditation and how it like helps them, be more creative or just more centered or whatever. I guess that's kind of like my version of meditating, like walking around this city of chaos around me, like and just but that like helps my brain just move. Like I need to physically be moving. Like I can't sit down and come up with things because it's like my brain is a crank version, and it's not like I need my legs. I need my legs going to
That's funny. That's
come
funny.
up.
So that kind of because now I have to ask a question now. Because what is the message you're hoping to convey? Because the way you have that saying is like, was this? There's a lot going on, especially when you can think of a city life person and the chaos that comes with it. It's like, what is the message you're hoping to convey? Like, just chaos, get used to it. It's like, what's that?
Oh, you mean in the comic?
Yeah, in the comment.
Uh, I just whenever people like whoever reads it, I just want them to be able to forget whatever is going on in life. Just take however long it takes to go through it, whether it's like 5 minutes or 25 minutes or whatever, however long it takes you to just look through this book. Like if someone could, just unplug for a minute, maybe few chuckles and just kind of like enjoy
Get it.
themselves for just that little bit, like kind of bring a little bit of joy into somebody's life. It's yeah, it's yeah, that's kind of what I'm going.
It's like the dunkiness of the conversation. You just want to give someone a little what do you call it, external experience. Like, yo, your life is rough. Just read it for 5 minutes. You just crack up for 5 seconds. You'll get
Yeah,
over it.
yeah, just take a break, and the very very small sample size I have of actually seeing people read any like one of my books and laugh to themselves, not knowing I'm watching, which is I realize sounds really creepy, but I just need to know what the reactions are when I have that opportunity. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
I would say it's a fun feeling because when it's even when I give people my comments, it's like it's always a surprise when people are like, yo, this is a legit shit. It's like this ain't no
Yeah,
joke. I'm like, yeah, we expected. It's
yeah, not half-assing. I'm full assing this. Yeah, it's,
so
I'm
what so
all
what
in.
has been the most challenging part of creating this project thus far?
Um, I I'd say it's probably the same challenge as any of the other books that I've done, which is um just sticking to it. Like there like sometimes thankfully I haven't had like a dip
Mhm.
recently. I guess between issue 2 and starting issue 3, I intentionally took like a 3-ish week break from the story just to like do a palette cleansing kind of thing. Like I was trying out some like pixel art and I don't know, just doodling some other stuff just to kind of stop thinking about it to help me reset.
Yeah, I would say sometimes you have to step
But
away to kind of just reset yourself. That's why vacations are important, right?
yeah, yeah, I'm not good at relaxing, but uh, just like
I feel
stepping.
like you're an adrenaline junkie. We need to put you on a sky, what do you call it? A plane to jump out of and see how you love it.
Oh no, 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 no.
It's
That's
like,
not for me. That's
that
not.
happened. Let's go. All right. So,
But yeah,
all right. But guess what? We can always do fast cars and do a track run. No, that should be fun.
oh yeah,
You
play
check it
hockey.
out now.
I play hockey. That's fast.
That is fast. Um, so how many issues are you planning to have? Because you just said, because I know your work, you kind of have single issues, but this is like your first multi-issue. So how much issues you're planning to have with this one?
Yeah, everything else before this is a contained story. So my goal originally was 10. If I could get 10 issues, that was my thought process.
Hmm.
But now just seeing where I'm at 3, yeah, I don't know. I don't like I know how it's gonna end. And I know I'll pretty much all of the points I want to hit in between. So I think I think what I really am just gonna do is like
It's funny
where
because the way I was
right
thinking.
as right as I can do it and just
Mhm.
not force it. So like 10 was the goal when I started, but if it ends up being 7 and it like
It
works,
feels
then
complete.
great. Or if it ends up being 12 or 15, then okay. Like whatever it ends up being, that's fine. But I want to. I have um, a lot of goofy points I want to hit that kind of just keeps like
It's funny because when you speak about it, it reminds me of like Adam Sandler kind of skit, like the way his shows are like always made to be fun and entertaining or serious things. So that's the way I think about it. Um, so where can people find your project? Where can they find the?
so I put everything on Amazon. They have the what's called Kindle Direct Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically anybody could upload their work, prose or poems, prose, comics, whatever, any type of book project that you want to do. You kind of select all your preferences of stuff. Just make sure your stuff is formatted right, and yeah, they could print. And what's nice is I don't have to keep an inventory. I mean, I do for like
Mhm.
shows, obviously, but I don't need to keep an inventory. They print on literally across the world. Like, so I know a guy, artist that I talk to on Instagram. Sometimes he's in Europe, and he asked me about where he could get one of the books. I sent him the link, and they print it over there, and
Mhm.
he gets it. So it's like he doesn't have to worry about like crazy
Well,
shipping
that's the
costs, or I
benefit
don't have to worry
of
about sending it to him or whomever. So it's in that regard, it's nice. Um, in
okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
convenient.
cool. That's cool. And I always say so the way people can support you, what you're saying is support my project by buying it on Amazon. Um, he doesn't have a Patreon yet, guys. So if he does get
Yeah,
it one day, he's gonna show you. Just hit that up too. But he does have what they call it, a link tree on his Instagram account. So maybe one day that'd be on there. Just keep checking.
yeah.
Um,
I have I think page with on Threadless. I have some shirt designs which I don't update very often, but one of the things on there that friends like is are the I call it the Power Hour girls. It's basically they're drunk Powerpuff Girls, and I've been drawing like a new
I
version of them.
saw those. I saw those. It
I've
was
been trying a new
hilarious.
version of them every year for since 2018 or 19. I can't remember now.
And the reason it's funny to me because I remember, so me and a friend of my work friends back when I was at working for the government, Department of Veterans Affairs, we actually jumped dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls, but specifically we dressed up as the characters if you remember one episode where they in the Powerpuff Girls where they some guys dressed, some convicts dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls and
Oh
were
yeah,
robbing banks.
yep,
We
yep.
dressed up like those
Oh,
guys.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's
So we wanted their version of Powerpuff Girls was the one we went with.
yeah, that's I've seen some fan art of those guys, and it's hilarious. They wear those
Yeah,
like
so
big
that's what I was
balls
kind
on
of
their
funny.
head to make them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But I would say this: my boy put in a lot of effort into making those. We were like, man, I wasn't expecting you to go this
they're,
hard, but
oh,
it
they're
was like,
hilarious. Yeah, and then they have those like ripped arms,
yeah,
and
yeah. It's like
this
this big ass head with this
his big
club, but
head.
everyone was actually treating them like they're the Powerpuff Girls. It was weird.
Have you ever seen that reminds me, have you ever seen that movie? It's called Frank.
Frank.
It's a
Probably.
I think it's an indie kind of film, but it's about a musician named Frank, but he wears this giant fake head, and he like never takes it off.
We have
It's
a few people that do that in mainstream now too.
Yeah,
But
it's
not the big one, but they're like always wearing something to cover their face. It's like it's a thing now.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's the artist. I don't know if you've read any of his books from Crom, Crom.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember his book for the life of me. I have it sitting somewhere over there. But he wears this like skull mask. Like, he posted about being in the city once for a signing, and he wore that mask. Like, he really does not want anyone to see his face.
A lot of players when they win, they don't want to know where they are.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
who would you like to
whatever was.
thank for helping you along the way?
What was that?
Who would you like to thank for helping you along the way? This is
Uh,
your shout out time. This is where you get to
Shout out
thank all the crazy people in your life.
yeah, well, definitely my wife. She's the super supportive. Um, yeah, she's huge. And she's an art teacher, so she has some
Wow.
helpful feedback.
I was gonna ask who's the collaborator mentor that was particularly in your journey, but it looks like she was right there too. She'd be like, "Yeah, no, we need you to write it this way." This is how we draw this.
Yeah, she's extraordinarily helpful, extraordinarily supportive. She's the best. But she will tell you my biggest fan is my nanny, my grandmother.
Mm.
Nobody nobody is more supportive than her. Yeah, my wife will tell you that my grandmother is a bigger supporter than she is. So she's probably number.
Oh, yo, your wife is competing with grandma. She's like, I'm already losing this fight.
She's not even competing. Yeah, no, it's not even a
She's like,
competition.
no, I'm good.
My wife, yeah, she said it. She's like, nah, it's not me.
um, what's next for you? And so, what's next for you on project? Your project. You did say Hershey this week. All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to Hershey Comic Con this weekend. It's the 19th and the 20th of July. Um, it's at Hershey. What is it? Hershey. Sorry, let's check. Double check.
It's Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey Holiday Inn.
Okay.
And then Saturday it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday it's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
So you be doing. So how many Comic Cons you plan to hit this season?
Let's see. I think this is my fourth.
Dang, I'm
Yeah,
behind.
this is my fourth this year,
Okay.
and I had one I was waiting on an answer for. I don't think I'm getting in, which is fine. It was like a long shot. But yeah, last year I did one, which was the Eddie P Comic Con. That was actually my first time tabling out in Pittsburgh.
Mm.
That was awesome.
So this is a random question. You try to keep yourself local to Pennsylvania when it comes to pushing your book.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I know you did last year. You said you did Connecticut.
yeah. That was earlier this year. That was March. That was a Indie Creator Comic Con, and
Mhm.
yeah, in Connecticut. Yeah, that one was amazing. Matt Sardo runs a fantastic show, and it's really cool seeing that many indie creators all in one spot. There's a great turnout. Yeah, you meet a lot of people and see a lot of different stuff, and yeah, that show was awesome. I would gladly drive back up to Connecticut for that. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I like to figure out where people are meet, and I get my meet people here. So because I'm looking forward to just meeting you guys at shows like I did with you, and just like yo, we here, we in here. All right, see what we
Oh,
can do.
you have to apply to IC. It's called IC3 for short. Indie Comic Creator Con. Definitely apply. I'd imagine they're going to open up for next year soon. I don't know. I keep checking just to double check because I want to put my application in for the
He's
next
like,
one
I ain't trying to
as
miss.
fast as I
That's
can.
sort of what I feel about one that I learned from Microsoft. The minute I heard about it, I was like, oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off, but I need to figure out a way to get there. um. So so um. And lastly, where can people follow you, your work, and stay up to date on your latest projects?
Instagram's definitely best, which is just at underscore ATB3 underscore. Um, yeah, I don't post a ton. I probably post my story more than actually regular posts.
And guys, his link is in the description. You'll be able to find it. It has a lot of stuff on there. It's hilarious.
Thank
Uh,
you, thank you.
So I want to say thank you. I'm going to do one housekeeping. I'll talk about the house sponsor, which is my company. Um,
Nice.
what we do. Let me just jump on real quick for this before I wrap us out. Give me a second. What am I doing? I just did. Okay, there it is. So what we do is Roadmap Comic AI. Right now, we're building a platform called My Comic AI, where all we're looking to do is help people using AI generated content to monetize their monetize strategy for their comics. Each comic is different. Long form comics, short form skits, all that stuff is different. And so, what this goal is with this project is to figure out a way to monetize and right now we're in beta, just looking to get people testing it. And so look forward to hearing more from it. And that's your sponsor for today. So with that said, let's get back to our regular sponsoring events. It was a pleasure having you tonight. Thank you very much for all your efforts. It was a pleasure meeting you in person. I look forward to doing it again. Next time we're gonna
Yes.
get drinks. We didn't get to do
Yes.
anything last time. We're gonna grab a beer, and hopefully we get to do this again. To the audience, we thank you for taking the time, getting to know us, get to see what we do, get to see what we're talking about. Anthony's a great guy. I met him in person, and he's a he's good. He kept me motivated at my first Comic Con. That's all I'm gonna say. And so with that said, I thank each and everyone for watching us tonight, and looking forward to meeting more people and getting to know people. And thank you very much. Have a good one, man.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.